that's a fish.
I think he deserves to live.
Alright. Here's our 2 fish for the day. Not a bad haul.
Hey, there's an older ball. That's a big one. Oh my God. No, don't.
Oi, leave him alone. Oi, leave him alone, mate.
On October 18th, 2024, along the constantly shifting shoreline of the Outer Banks, Heidi from Lil Red Heidi Hood arrived expecting a straightforward coastal escape. Her channel typically focuses on surf fishing, quiet mornings, and the simple rhythm of family trips. This time, however, calm moments slowly unraveled into a series of setbacks, some irritating, others unsettling, turning an ordinary week into something far less comfortable.
Good morning from the beach. We're gonna get a morning run done, starting the day off strong. Beautiful sunrise. My goal is to run at least a mile in the mornings. This is really helping me stay on track of some goals. Obviously, staying healthy and fit, but it also helps me to not drink alcohol. All right, you guys, we made it. Look at that. Whew. Just made it back to the house. The sun is finally up. Good morning, Bruce. Good morning, cutie. All right, you guys, breakfast is over and we are headed to the beach just to wet a line and get a feel for what's out there, what might be biting. So you guys, sorry I didn't get any footage of fishing. The water was really beautiful, but there was so much grass, so much seaweed, so I'm gonna have to come up with a different plan. Are you ready?
You need to get your mom's reel fixed.
We are at the infamous Little Bridge. It's pretty windy. I haven't fished this in so long, but we got my brother, my dad, some of the teammates for the tournament. Apparently there's some trout around.
The morning began with Heidi running along the beach, using the routine to steady herself during a trip where everyone else seemed more relaxed than she felt. She returned to check on her dogs, gathered her gear, and joined her family for what was supposed to be their first fishing session. Before a single fish was caught, the tone of the day shifted. Their initial attempt didn't last long. Every cast came back fouled with thick seagrass, forcing them to stop and rethink their approach. It was a minor inconvenience, but it weighed on the mood. That sense of unease quickly proved justified, because what followed could not be solved by simply changing locations.
It's been an interesting day so far. This morning, we went outside and almost all of our fishing rods had been stolen. Supposed to be fishing in the Nags Head Surf Fishing Tournament starts tomorrow. Luckily, the thieves were nice enough to leave us 2 rods that we're gonna be using to fish with. I had a really sentimental rod stolen, actually 2. One Andy had gotten me for Christmas. It was a new Daiwa back bay and a brand new Shimano Vanguard reel. And then I've had for years now a handmade heaver rod from Hand Tied Sticks down in Hatteras. Had a really nice pin fathom reel on it. We had probably a total of like 7 rods and reels stolen. So definitely lost some faith in humanity, but we're gonna push through and hopefully try to recover from that. So right now we are down on the beach trying to do a little surf fishing. It's gonna be really, really, really windy for the tournament, but we're gonna make the best of it.
Later that same morning, they discovered most of their fishing gear had vanished. 7 rods were gone, including several Heidi had owned for years and held sentimental value. Only 2 setups remained, left behind without any clear reason. The timing felt especially cruel, with the Nags Head tournament underway that week. Despite the loss, they decided to keep fishing with what they had, though the rhythm of the trip never fully recovered.
It is absolutely beautiful today, you guys. The wind has finally calmed down. The water is a lot calmer. Oh, it's cold. That looks awesome. All right, you guys.
That's the rig.
There's the rig. Here we go. Now it's time to send it, you guys. Got the rod holder
Camera's
and the
going.
rig.
Camera's going in.
Jeez.
All right, you guys. We got the camera out right there in the rod holder. We're just gonna let that thing do its job, and hopefully there's some good stuff on the camera when we go back and look at it.
Got my brother's sand flea rake, which is an improvement because usually I just use my hands. Hopefully we can get enough sand fleas to use for bait. Whew. We got 2. I only got 2 sand fleas out of 1 scoop, but shouldn't take more than a few minutes to get more than enough to use for bait. But I think this is what I'm primarily going to use because they're still alive and they're fresher than the shrimp that we have. I'm going to catch a bunch of these, and then I think Andy's going to try the cast net to cast net some of the bait that my brother was talking about. Mullet are swimming right along the shore today. Camera rig check. I'm going to throw these sand fleas straight on these hooks. There we go. Let's see if that makes a difference. Usually sand fleas work pretty good for bait, for sea mullet or puppy drum.
All right, you guys. So we are seeing a lot of bait swimming around the surf right here. So I just went back to the house, got my cast net, and we're gonna see if we can't catch a few. Look at that, you guys. Look at all those cobs. Look at
that bite mark.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I see.
Look at that perfect bite mark on this big mullet. I think he deserves to live.
what is
He's
that
been
spot?
absolutely slaying the fish. I told you guys, he's the only one that catches anything. What was your secret bait? Was it the bloodworm or the shrimp? Ew.
Bloodworm.
Nothing seems to be liking the shrimp or the sand flea. We're gonna go rig up a different setup to hopefully maybe catch something massive. All right, you guys, this is a contraption right here. If
To
this
say the
works, it's gonna be awesome. Gonna have a live bait fish on the end. All right, guys, I'm gonna reel this one in.
God.
All right, guys, Andy's about to throw the cast net again to hopefully get Bob some fresh mullet to use. As the tide is definitely coming in a little bit, so hopefully the fishing's about to pick up for us.
Oh, that's a fish.
Dang!
Oh.
Dang it! I got him that time. Pretty sure. Yes! Yes!
it a mullet?
It's a baby mullet. Hallelujah! Got one. Actually, to be fair, I did catch a fish really similar to that. I did catch one this size during the tournament.
Rush.
Oh, oh.
Is that
Yeah.
wasn't you?
I got one!
You do?
Ooh! Dang, I think he got off. We're gonna give it one more shot. Yep.
Chomped.
Chomped. I knew I felt a bite, you guys. This mullet head got chomped. Look at that.
Once the surf settled, they returned for a lighter outing. Her father caught several spot. Andy used the cast net to gather mullet, some marked with bite wounds they believed came from bluefish, and Heidi tested her underwater camera for the first time. Later, when they checked their rigged mullet, only the head remained. Whatever struck it had removed the rest cleanly. They packed up soon after, accepting the mixture of loss, effort, and small successes that defined the experience. Viewers pointed out how quickly a peaceful fishing trip can turn unsettling when theft becomes involved, reminding others to remain cautious on open beaches. Some felt the damaged bait echoed the same theme. Things disappearing before anyone realizes. Was the chain of setbacks simply coincidence, or a reminder of how quickly control fades near the shoreline? Out there, you rarely know what's coming until it has already passed. Posted on October 22, 2025, this offshore outing follows Adam from Die Hard Fishing, a channel centered on kayak fishing and everyday adventures along the California coastline. His goal was straightforward: paddle out, catch 2 legal lingcod, and be back before the morning slipped away. But beyond the Bay Area reefs where scent, movement, and sound travel farther than expected, even a simple plan can shift into something far more unsettling.
Good morning. Today we're doing some live bait fishing, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. I'm going to see how quickly I can get out there, catch a limit of lingcod, and come back right here on the beach. So right now it is 7:42. So let's start the timer, get out there, and go catch some fish. And just like that, we're underway. I'm marking so many salmon here. It's a shame that there's no salmon season currently, because I'm sure that they're here. We got some bait here. Smell, hopefully. Yes, that's perfect. Maybe a little bit big, but that's okay. The fish that we're targeting will definitely eat this. All right, we're approaching the reef. So there's 2 reefs that I want to hit. This is the first one. It's in a little bit closer. So obviously if we can catch them here and get back, that'll make our journey a little bit shorter and faster. But if there's no luck here, there's one more reef out a little bit farther. We'll go there next as plan B. Yep, we're on. Oh, just let go right there. Thought we had him hooked there, but I guess not. Definitely wrecked this bait though. All right, send him back down. There's a bite, there's a bite. Yep, got him. Yep, he's on. Oh, he's running. I don't think this is the same fish. This one feels a little bigger. Oh yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. It's on like Donkey Kong. Oh man. Get this one to the surface. Yep, there he is. Nice fish. Definitely keeper. Oh. Oh no. Oh, there he goes. Try that one more time. There we go. Got him. Pretty good gaff shot there, if I don't say so myself. There you have it right there. Fish number 1. Really nice fish. All right, we're gonna take care of him, get back down there. So a limit is only 2 fish, so we're halfway to the limit right now. Just always a good idea to clean or to bleed your fish as soon as possible.
At the first reef, he lands his initial lingcod, measures it, and bleeds it on the kayak to preserve the meat. The blood drifts into the current, carrying signals he cannot see. Something in the water appears to respond.
Oh my God, a great white right here. Huge great white right here. He is just chilling, swimming in a circle here. I don't know if it's best to just stay or start moving, but I think we're gonna start moving. He's just chilling right here. Look at this guy. Oh my God. Okay, I don't really like the way he's going here. Oh, that's a big shark. I'm gonna get out of here. Well, I'm not sure if he's following me. He was following me, not really aggressively, but he was behind me for a little while. I don't really want to stop to see if he's still there. Before I saw him, because he came from over here like this, and his fin was out of the water at that point. But there's some kayakers over here. I'm gonna go kind of give him a heads up. There's a shark out here. Thinking about it, that shark was probably drawn in because I was just bleeding that fish. I guess that's the downside to bleeding your fish out here. I don't think he's following me. Probably a little bit intimidated with the size, but that shark was definitely as big, if not bigger, than my kayak. I don't think we're gonna go back to that reef. Right away. Oh, we foul hooked him. Foul hooked lingcod. Well, we actually foul hooked this one and it's not a keeper anyway, so we'll get him back really quickly.
As the bleeding continues, the shark returns. Circling the kayak and drawn in by scent and disturbance, Adam chooses not to remain in place, leaving the reef and paddling toward nearby kayakers to alert them. Yet the morning still has more to unfold. At a safer distance, he drops his line again, pulling up one undersized fish before landing a second lingcod large enough to keep. It brings him closer to completing the challenge, but not to any sense of ease. The priority shifts from success to leaving safely.
There he goes. Saw him for a second, and then he did not like the looks of the kayak, so he went straight back down. Here. Yep, there we go. That's a limit right there. 945. All right, well, pretty similar size to the first one. Definitely a nice keeper. I'm not sure if I'm gonna bleed this one. Oh, it's a half-inch shorter, 26 and a half on this one. But yeah, still a really nice fish. I guess we're gonna go ahead and bleed him. I'll just make it quick. I don't think we want to stick around with sharks in the water. Just heard a splash out there. I don't think it was a shark. All right, here's our 2 fish for the day. Not a bad haul.
He dispatches the second fish quickly, finishes the challenge at 9:45 a.m., and prepares to head back, aware that the earlier encounter will not be easily forgotten. There is nothing left to analyze in the moment, only the silence that follows once predators slip back below the surface. Viewers later noted how bleeding fish, struggling movement, and the repetitive sounds from the kayak created the exact combination predators are known to investigate. Under those conditions, the shark's appearance felt less like chance and more like a natural response to signals moving through the water. If one great white surfaced, how many remained deeper and unseen? Out here, what rises into view may only be the beginning, and what never breaks the surface is often closer than anyone realizes. On December 24th, 2021, Shane finally sat down to explain the full story viewers had been asking about. On his channel, Fish Brain Shane, normally centered on calm, uneventful bank fishing, he revisited years of ongoing harassment involving a man named Roger, repeated police visits, and the unresolved details behind 4 viral encounters at a public fishing area near a pedestrian bridge in northern Ramsey County.
And I'm doing a much anticipated video that I've been talking about for a while and that people have been asking about for a while. There are so many videos that feature one particular gentleman in a fishing spot calling the police on me and harassing me a whole bunch. His name is Roger. I've been through the ringer with this guy over the years, way before I ever filmed. So really, to go back and to tell you the backstory of this, I went to this spot for a couple of years and didn't have any trouble with the guy across the way. And I started wanting to fish closer to the bridge because there's a fast-moving kind of, not waterfall, but kind of just a narrow area where the water goes through and it makes it go nice and fast and it oxygenates the water. And there's some deep holes over there, and that's where a lot of the nice big fish live. Would creep closer and I would try to stay what I determined to be about 100 feet away from the bridge. And I understand the reason why they have the 100-foot rule. The reason why they have the 100-foot rule is because it's a pedestrian walking bridge in a county park. And it is a good fishing spot. So people do fish there and they just want to keep the lures away from the bridge and away from people potentially walking across. I started creeping closer. A few years ago, Roger would start to come out and yell at me and harass me. And at first, I would just kind of walk away or I would ignore him completely. And then he started calling the police on me. Let's fast forward to that first video. Like I was saying, I knew that I was going there and I was going to be filming. I knew that Roger was going to come out and he was going to yell at me and I was going to stand my ground. Before I went there, I decided to grab the measuring device because I wanted to be able to prove to the officer and I had stepped this off many times, but I'd never measured it, that I figured that first sign that I show in the video is the 100-foot sign. I'm going to bring this tonight and you're going to see why. Super windy. What's that? The sign said 100 feet from the bridge. I'm over 100 feet. Actually, that sign's 100 feet. I've measured it. There's two signs that say 100 feet from the bridge. Not to me. What do I do about the other two signs that say 100 feet from the bridge when that's 100 feet, that sign? Just because you had them put that sign in doesn't mean anything to me. You talking to me? Yep. Going great, how are you?
I'm here because you're violating the fishing rules here.
No, I'm not.
You see that sign right there?
I see the two by the bridge that say 100 feet from the bridge, and that sign right there is 100 feet.
Okay. That sign right there says that way and on.
Right, but that's over 200 feet from the bridge. So do I believe the two signs from the county, or do I believe that sign that that guy who harasses us had put in?
What do you mean he had it put in?
He's the one that had that put in. He's the one that petitioned the city council and the county and everybody to put that in. And I have a measuring device right in my thing right there that you and I can look at. And there's a sign out there by that bridge and a sign as you start on the trail that say 100 feet from the bridge.
Okay.
So we could walk that off if you'd like.
I'm game for that if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Break some fishing.
Not a problem.
Then I'll see if the city can move that.
So this is one of those deals you can walk and it measures it. And start from here and go. Oh, there's 100.
Alrighty.
So right at that tree, which is actually right where I'm fishing, is 100 feet.
Alrighty.
Shane clarified that the conflict began long before any camera was involved. After fishing peacefully near the county bridge for years, problems started the moment he positioned himself closer to the 100-foot boundary, an area known for strong current and deeper water. Roger appeared almost immediately, shouting and contacting police, even though Shane remained within the posted limit. During the first recorded incident, Shane brought a measuring tool, and an officer confirmed the legal boundary using a marked tree line. Despite that confirmation, the issue did not end.
Stop harassing me and go away. I already told the cop the other night. He said I can fish here. Just go away. You're embarrassing yourself. You don't own over here. You own over there. Stay over there and stay to yourself. Just the other night, the cop told me the 100 feet is right here. I have a measuring device right here. Just save your breath. That's enough. So after that, he did call the police.
You spoke with my partner last week, or?
Yeah, hi, how you doing?
Okay, here's the little dealio that we got going on. So my partner, you guys measured out the
100 feet, yep.
This is coming from Ramsey County. They measure from a different spot, so where they measured from, the sign is correct.
That's incorrect because there's two, well then there's still two signs that say 100 feet. And I've just measured off, I have the thing again, we can walk it off again, 100 feet. I'm not hurting them. He just comes down here and yells at me and I'm tired of it. And tonight I just didn't let him talk. Your partner told me that I could fish right here on camera last week.
I get that.
So that's what I'm doing.
Listen to me, okay? You gotta let me talk. So per Ramsey County,
Where do you have that in writing? When I see that in writing, because I have it in writing on those signs, two of them, actually three. When I see that in writing, I'm happy to comply with it if you can prove to me that that's over 100 feet and you have it in writing. I have rights. This is public property.
I know there isn't.
There isn't.
And we've been trying to deal with them for quite some time.
I mean, am I able to at
Talk
least
to county.
continue to fish here tonight since I was told that by the other officers?
I will talk to Roger and see, and I'll try to keep him calm, okay? If he starts blowing up, there's not a whole lot I can do.
But it's up to him if I get moved?
I'm not saying that, okay? You got some county saying one thing, we got
But see, he owns that property. He doesn't own right where we're standing.
Trust me, I know.
When Shane returned days later, believing the matter was settled, Roger confronted him again and contacted police once more. This time, A different officer arrived and offered a conflicting explanation, claiming the distance had been measured differently. Shane referenced the earlier confirmation, but the discussion went in circles. By the end, the officer suggested Shane's ability to fish depended on whether Roger became upset that day. As more people became involved, the situation only grew more unusual.
I am the dude who fishes here. Haven't you ever seen the video I have here where the cops come and I prove that you can fish here? The last time I talked to a cop here, she tried to tell me that Ramsey County measures from a different spot than the bridge.
The cops are here. Police.
Oh, really? I wonder why. The cops are here for real. Come on. Yep, it looks like one. There's one right there. Got one. Nice fish too. Not too bad for this little creek, that's for sure. No net today, guys. Who cares? Let him just sit there. Should I show him my fish? Here it is, buddy. This is why we're over here. What's up, buddy? Going good.
I just read the report. Somebody talked to Ian a couple days ago and said, you know, the 100 feet wasn't where the sign was supposed to be.
That's right. I had a walking tape measure thing because I know those guys are probably going to get upset, and we don't make any noise, we don't leave any trash or anything, and these are just kids. I'd much rather see them doing this. He's got a tape measure right here.
I talked to Parks and Rec, and they said bring a tape measure as long as you're within 100 feet of the bridge. I fished the entire day with the tape measure on the bridge all the way out, and
it's like right at that, or yeah,
about this tree.
Yep,
is a 100-foot mark.
Yep. We're down there, and I'm standing there, and there's these kids, and it wasn't even Roger, it was his wife that called the police on these kids. You know, what else could these kids be doing? I get some people that ask, why do you fish there? Why don't you just move down the line? Why are you bothering this old guy? Just say very succinctly, it's a public park that as a tax-paying citizen, I have the right to fish in. I buy my license, I follow the rules and the laws. I do not keep too many fish, and I clean up after myself and after other anglers.
On another occasion, Shane encountered a group of teenagers fishing in the same location. As expected, Roger or his wife contacted police again. When officers arrived, one teenager used his own tape measure to confirm compliance. The officer agreed the group was fully within the legal distance. Even Roger's wife hesitated when it was pointed out the teens were simply fishing legally, and she eventually retreated, leaving the shoreline quiet. Shane concluded by explaining why he continues fishing there. The land is public, the rules are clear, and he refuses to give up a lawful right. Some viewers believe unclear signage fueled confusion or manipulation. Others argue the repeated police calls reveal the conflict was never about distance, but control. If one person can turn a simple rule into years of confrontation, what happens the next time Shane stands near that same tree line? And how many calls does it take before someone finally draws a boundary? This footage was recorded in Swansea, Australia, where two friends were fishing during what they believed would be a quiet evening.
Oi, what the fuck's your problem?
Huh?
What's going on? Are you alright?
You wanna have a guy?
Are you okay?
That calm was shattered without warning when a stranger began throwing fishing equipment into the water, triggering an unprovoked attack. The camera captures one of the fishermen being assaulted, while the person filming narrowly avoids becoming another victim as the aggressor redirects his violence toward an elderly man nearby.
Oi! Oi! Leave him alone, mate!
Stop! Oi, call the cops.
Oi, leave him alone, bro! Oi, leave him alone! Oi, leave him alone, mate! Bro,
Hey.
leave him... Oi, leave him alone! Oi, stop it! Oi, stop!
The situation ends only when the attacker notices the camera and retreats into the darkness.
Just go off the way you
Fuck
go.
off!
Stop. What's wrong with him?
Did you record it?
Yeah, I did. The whole thing.
Bro, you full.
Are you alright, man? You okay?
Is he okay?
What's wrong with them? You okay, bro?
Yeah, I'm fine.
The fisherman assisted the victim, contacted authorities, and later shared the footage online, where viewers quickly identified the suspect as Zach Main. He was soon located, taken to a police station, and formally charged. The incident highlights how rapidly danger can emerge in public spaces and how critical recorded evidence becomes when violence unfolds without warning. It also leaves an unsettling question behind. How many similar encounters go unresolved simply because no one was recording when everything suddenly went wrong? Jason and the crew from Motor City Magnet Fishers were working beneath the Tireman Bridge, recovering the usual assortment of discarded metal, street signs, brake components, and even an old revolver. Everything suggested another standard day of magnet fishing, until one of Jason's pulls brought up something completely unexpected. Caught in the line was a heavy, unrecognizable mass.
Oh my God!
GoPro, start recording.
No, don't.
No.
Cal, come here.
I don't think it's anything.
Don't record.
It's either a dog or it's a person, dude.
No, it's
That's a rib cage right there, right?
Rib cage, yep.
All right. I hope it's a deer, but it's wrapped in its chain, Van. All right. Get everybody off this side of the bridge.
Somebody to go on that side of the bridge, please.
Not a person.
I hope it's a dog, dude.
It'd be a really big.
Oh, it stinks horribly bad. Either way.
That looks like a deer.
What'd you side's fur? What? Backside's fur. You can see the fur right there. So it's a dog or a deer.
Looks like it was in a bag too.
There. It's a dog. I can see the jaw now.
Yeah.
What do we do about that? Animal control ain't gonna come out for that.
There's not much they're gonna do. I mean, you can literally pull the chain off, go back in the water with it, or
You have to pull it to shore and get it out of there.
Hey Sally, it's Jason. Hey, we moved over to Tireman. I've got a dog's body stuck to my magnet. I didn't know who we should call. Should we call police? It's got a chain wrapped around its collar. Somebody threw it in and drowned it. Okay, if you could do that, that'd be great. We're gonna try to drag it over to the shore. It's mostly bones, but it smells horrible. All right, thank you.
As it was drawn closer, the shape of a rib cage became visible, followed by the disturbing sight of a thick chain wrapped around a collar. The discovery turned out to be the remains of a dog that had been deliberately weighed down and dumped into the water. The odor was intense, and the condition of the body indicated it had been submerged for a long period. Unsure who to contact, Jason reached out to a local responder.
just let it kind of float out, see if you can go right around it.
You want to see if you can go down there and we'll drift a rope to you?
Poseidon's too heavy. Let's just pull it straight down. Somebody might want to catch the other half of that chain.
The chain probably has concrete on it.
Something.
Want to grab a hook?
Let's see how it rolls. Let's hold together. I don't really want to bring it up any further.
Yeah. There's no way to get the Poseidon back without pulling it up, though.
Oh, it's...
Construction sign.
Yep. That one's got some heavy-duty ivy.
It's been there a while. It's old looking.
Oh, that looks like an old revolver. It is an old revolver. That's a big one. Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's a big muffle.
Oh. That is, that's an oldie.
It's awesome.
It's an oldie, but a goodie. Oh, jeez.
It's like, put it back in.
Cylinder's, nope, cylinder's not popped. Wow, that is a
That's huge.
big freaking gun. Holy cow.
It's awesome.
The cylinders I see are empty. I want to look straight on the barrel. That might be a 357. Awesome.
Good job.
Who coordinated with the proper authorities to recover the remains. The team removed the chain, guided the body toward shore, and cleared the area so animal control could take over. What began as a casual search for lost metal quickly became something far more disturbing. A find that pointed not to accident, but intent. The chain around the collar suggested deliberate cruelty, raising unsettling questions about what had occurred beneath the bridge. As the crew packed up, one thought remained. If someone was willing to dispose of an animal this way, what else might still be hidden below the surface? And how many similar discoveries had gone unnoticed in those dark waters? Early in the morning, Ulmenberg reached a remote Australian reef break, expecting a flawless surf session ahead. He had driven more than 90 minutes to access this powerful, notoriously shallow slab. A wave-demanding experience, caution, and ideally another surfer nearby. Conditions looked ideal around 8 a.m., with clean faces and steady offshore winds, yet the empty beach was a warning he chose to overlook.
Well, looks like I'm out here on my own. I didn't even realise our mate went in. It's sketchy as out here on your own. I'll grab one more, go in. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. Ooh. I turn a little bit weird. It's the shape of the wave went all weird, very strange. That was a hell of a lot of fun. This is not the type of wave I want to be out here on my own. If there was a few more guys out charging, I would stay out, but I've been out here once, but it wasn't any good. But this time, it was quite good. But what I find with a lot of these styles of reef breaks, they're only good for a very short period. And as soon as this thing gets low out here, it's impossible to ride. Low tide's at about 11:30. I think it's around about 9 now. I noticed that there was a lot more rocks that were visible, and no thanks. Anyway, I ticked this off my bucket list, so I finally surfed it properly. You know, had a good surf. There's rocks everywhere.
One other surfer appeared briefly, raising his hope for company, but no one paddled out. Determined to finally surf the wave properly, he entered the lineup alone. For a time, everything went smoothly, delivering strong, clean rides that rewarded the effort. As the tide continued to fall, however, the wave began to change, exposing more reef and turning the break increasingly unpredictable.
Oh man, just got smashed on those rocks. That was fun, up until the paddle in. Oh shit. Oh man. I don't know whether it's old age or just stupidity, but combination of both. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh. Yeah. Well done. So I paddled out through there about an hour or so ago, and it was it was all right. Coming back in, it was a lot lower. Boy, oh boy, I feel broken. Anyway, that was a good morning. I enjoyed that. I better strip off.
While attempting to paddle back toward shore, he was thrown onto the reef, dragged across sharp stone, and left with painful cuts on his hands and knees. The ride itself had been thrilling, but the exit became a harsh reminder of the dangers he had underestimated. After reaching his van, he drove home to clean his wounds and process what might have happened. The wave would still be there, still breaking over the same shallow reef, but the experience reinforced a simple truth. Some breaks should never be surfed alone, no matter how perfect they appear from shore. It raises an unsettling question about how many close calls remain unspoken when surfers push the ocean's limits without backup or support in silence today. That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.